Good morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. And I'm scrolling through my news feed on the can this morning, and I see something that made my jaw drop a little bit. Now, I wasn't completely surprised because stupid shit like this has happened before, but just the same, I couldn't fucking believe it. So, this woman, according to the little sign in front of her when she was testifying in front of Congress, it says Miss Juarez. And apparently this lady lost her almost 2-year-old after leaving a Texas detention center. Now, according to this article, the little girl died 6 weeks after she was released from a Texas detention center. Now, of course, that's terrible. A child loses their life. That's awful. But this woman is suing the company that runs the detention center for $40 million. Yes, $40 million. Number one, and apparently the lady filed a suit before, or she tried to sue the government for $60 million. Number one, that's a crazy fucking amount of money for what you're dealing with. And let's be honest, if you even deal with it, there were a few things that I saw that kind of made me go, no, it smells kind of fishy. I mean, anybody who loses a child, you're given certain leeways. You're given a little more rope, so to speak, because that is the worst thing that life can give you. The worst is to lose a child. I wish that upon no one. But number one, she was up there testifying and she was doing that. It's so dangerous. But no tears. We're talking about you lost a child. I don't even, and the kid died, I guess, in June. I don't even know how you're sitting up there talking about your kid so soon after the death. But she's up there with little fake-ass crocodile tears. And another thing that stood out to me, I just thought this was weird. Her nails. Her nails were done, but they were like sharp and blue and yellow, real flashy. Like, it just didn't seem to me like she was grieving. It didn't seem to me like she cared that her child, just the way she looked. She looked like she just went to the salon, got her hair and her nails did, and she was going out. It just didn't look like someone that was grieving. I don't know, it's hard to explain. And they were coming up here, of course, for what? To seek asylum, blah, blah, blah. And it showed a picture of her, I imagine, from back home. She's from Guatemala. It's a picture of her and her little girl smiling like she took a selfie. And she talks about, of course, with a translator. We had to pay for that. She talks about how they were fleeing danger. And she said their lives were in danger, and she didn't know if they would live if they stayed. You didn't know if you would live if you stayed, but you got time for selfies? I mean, you were smiling in the selfie. I've never been in a situation where I needed to flee a country because it was so dangerous that I didn't know if I was going to live. But I'll tell you this much. I wouldn't be taking no selfies looking like I'm having a good time in a place that is so dangerous I might die. It just smelled like bullshit to me. How do you even allow this woman to file a lawsuit? That is ridiculous. You came here illegally. You have no fucking rights. You have no say-so. We will treat you with basic human decency while you're here, but when you're done, you need to get the fuck out of here. They're giving Lindsey Graham shit right now because he pushed through a bill to change the asylum laws. This is fucking crazy. She was talking about how the facilities were overrun and people were sick. If it was so bad, you were living in such squalor, I find it hard to believe that our detention centers are worse than the worst of fucking Guatemala. But if it was so bad, why did you stay? Little known fact here, the people here seeking asylum are free to go back whenever they want. At any point, if you feel like I don't like it here or whatever, you can raise your hand and say, I'm fucking out of here, and they will release you back over the border. I mean, if your child's life is that important. And the child died 6 weeks after you left. So how can you prove that your child's illness was from the detention center? They were there for a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks in the detention center. That could have been something you brought here with you from Guatemala. Who paid for her to get her hair and nails done in her little business suit? Who's paying for her lawyers? Who's paying for her travel, her food, her lodging? Why are we paying for this? Why are we allowing her to sue an American company? These people are constantly saying how bad the conditions are at the detention centers, and stop fucking coming here. You're all coming up here with iPhone 10s. I know you sent word back that it's fucked up. Don't come here. It's not our fault that the conditions are the way they are in those facilities. It's your fault for constantly coming up here. Stop coming. It won't be overcrowded. It won't be shitty. Again, as our government does so well, you know how they tell you that saying on the Statue of Liberty, like it was said by our government? No, that's a poem. But it says, bring us your tired and you're weak. It should be bring us your tired, you're weak, you're bullshitters, and bring me your personal responsibility. We'll take that too. Because it's not the woman's fault who put her child's life in danger, who came up here. It's our fault, the way we treated her when she got here, allegedly. When you're a parent, you have so much responsibility. The school is responsible for teaching your child. Or let me take that back. Let me rephrase that. The school is responsible for continuing your child's education. A child's mother is its first teacher. Okay, your kids shouldn't show up the first day of school not knowing how to read and color and ABCs and all that kind of shit. We're supposed to jumpstart that at home. So the school is supposed to continue your child's education. Pretty much everything else falls on us. So being a parent is a huge responsibility. Your child's safety is number one. And to pack up a less than 2-year-old and come up here from Guatemala on foot or train or truck or whatever the fuck you did is dangerous. It's your fault that little girl died. And that's so sad. I wish that woman's child didn't die. But I wouldn't be completely surprised if we find out that wasn't her child. Just the way she was. I don't understand. A month after your child dies, you're up there talking about it, yet you don't shed a tear? But it just looked like you came from some fucking nail salon in the ghetto? You should have seen her damn nails. It just smells fishy to me. I don't know. There's something going on. I don't believe that woman completely. And that's absolute bullshit that we would allow an illegal to sue our government or even file the paperwork. Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. As soon as your bullshit asylum paperwork was done, we need to turn these people around and send them back over to Mexico. You can wait in Mexico or you can wait in Guatemala. I'm so tired of saying this shit. When you seek asylum, you seek it in the first country that you come to, not the best country that you come to. And remember, the Trump administration hit up Congress for money to expand the facilities, to give more resources, which I think is bullshit. But he tried to do the right thing. Now you got hashtag concentration camps and shit. You created this. This is absolute bullshit. Why are we even doing this? You can't sue us. You're not even supposed to fucking be here. What? And $40 million? Last I checked, the going rate on a human life in America is $4.5 to $5 million. Like if you kill somebody on accident or something, they bring a wrongful death suit against you. Each human life is worth between $4.5 and $5 million. So where's this other $35 million going? Why do you need 40? Why did you need 60 from the government for what? In the eyes of the law, life is worth, say, $5 million. Why the fuck are you suing for 40? Does that even make sense that you could come somewhere illegally, sue that government or sue a company there, and become a fucking millionaire, live high on the hog for the rest of your life? And of course, the chain migration bullshit, we need to change too. Now she can bring over a whole fucking family. And again, judging by that picture she took, that selfie she took with her daughter, they look kind of happy to me. Didn't look like their life was in danger. Just like the lady who came over here with the little girl, you know, the cover Time magazine, and oh, the police were tearing families apart. That bitch left half her family back home. She had 2 more kids and a husband with a good paying job. These aren't asylum seekers, they are thieves. They're coming here to steal their slice of the American pie. Damn near 90% of the people don't even show up for their fucking asylum hearing. If you get 10 of them, 8 of them aren't going to show up. And we release them into the interior? What the fuck kind of sense does that even make? Oh, while you're waiting for your case to be processed, live here. Man, who made up this silly shit? It needs to be changed. Lady, I'm sorry you lost your child, but you can stick that lawsuit up your ass. I'm not paying you $40 million. The fuck are you talking about? Why did Congress even waste their time listening to that? We got Americans here dying. We have American children here dying. And you're going to let some illegal sue an American company for $40 million? I don't even know what to say. I'm ending the video right there. What the fuck? Let me hop in this rat race, people. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. And update, day before yesterday, I said anything I sold from Teespring, I'm donating to the families of the victims of the Gilroy Garlic Festival shooting. Raised $215 in one day. Thank you. Thank you for helping out. Thank you for helping those families. We'll divide that money up amongst the 3 families, and I hope it helps. And a big shout out to my man, Jan in Croatia. Hit me up on the PayPal, gave a donation. I was like, Croatia? Your boy Jericho Green's gone international. So thank you very much for that, man. I really appreciate it. Again, thank you for buying from my Teespring so we can help those families of that ridiculous shooting. And I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.